welcome back. As I said, we're just picking up this game with Andy Hayes and John Kennish. Andy in red, John in blue. The current score is Hayes 13, Kennish 6. Before we go into that, one or two people have been asking what the scores from the morning. So Andrew now is going to do his reading out of the full classified results, just to keep everybody up to date.
Yes, James Alexander Gordon Cairns. Okay. Craig Barker, Rob Roden 11, Craig Barker 21, Billy Speed 21, Leighton Roberts 18, Michael Leach 12, Dan Petcher 21, Tom Vickers 21, Russell Pegram 8, Chris Kelly 21, David Poole 17, Steve Porter 17, Chris Mordue 21, Callum Wright 21, Steve Barber 10, Graham Wilson at 21, Tommy Johnston 16, Steve Copeland 19, Lee Dale 21, Gareth Lally 11, David Bradford 21, John Bailey 17, Gary Ellis 21, Andy Hughes 21, Collar Chamberlain 10, Joss Hale 21, Andy Gibb 15, Simon Kaup 21, Glyn Picknell 19, Greg Smith 18, Andy Hayes 21, Matt Gilmore 17, John Kennish 21. That's the first round results. Second round results so far are Craig Barker 21, Billy Speed 14, Dan Petcher 21, Tom Vickers 18, Chris Kelly 12, Chris Mordue 21, and Callum Wright 21, Graham Wilson 15.
Okay, thanks for that, Andy. So the first two quarterfinals are already paired up, not on the green yet. It'll be Craig Barker versus Dan Petcher and Chris Mordue versus Callum Wright. But we're going back to the game. The last of the second round ties are on the green. You see the score on there, 14-6. Andy Hayes leads. He played very well to put out Greg Smith, didn't he, Andrew?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mel, by the way. Yeah, he started very well in his game with Greg. He had a big lead, 13-3, I think, something along those lines. Playing well. Greg never got a sniff on his favoured short marks, and then it turned into a battle of the corners with both Greg and Andy wanting to go a distance. And to be honest, it finished a little bit scrappily. But at the last end, Andy had a ball maybe 3 inch off full corners, and Greg struck twice and missed. He played well, did Andy. He's a good reacher. He'll like this green. He's some form on it, and he's a vastly underestimated player. I won't say underrated, but underestimated. I think John Kennish will have it all on to get out of this situation.
Yeah, and John Kennish played really well. He put out Matt Gilmore. He's another quality player, played really well. Just got in there, John, anyway, so he's broke up the rot, as we call it. Played really well. There's a short mark across the middle of the green in his first game, and I think so he's looking where to go again. Lovely delivery, John Kennish, Andrew, isn't he?
It's Rolls Royce delivery, isn't it? It's a mixture of Graham Wilson and Gareth Gwilym in my mind. It's like an amalgam of the two. He gets every ball out beautifully. I wish I could get him out like that.
No, he's got this one out beautifully. Good lead. Good crowd in today, Andrew.
Oh, I couldn't believe it when I walked in at 3 minutes to 10. The terrace in was packed. There were hardly any seats. And I think if everyone that's around the green standing up were actually in the stands, I think it'd be full. It's a tremendous turnout today, and there's just a lovely buzz around the stadium at the minute. It's really good.
Yeah, the Waterloo Handicap obviously has done a lot for the sport, hasn't it? Been on TV, created massive interest, and I think is shown today. With the crowd that's here and obviously this buzz, as you said, around the place. So back to the action anyway. One to Kennish by the look of it. I hope everybody's picking up these pictures, courtesy of Glow Gig Team again, doing a great job. Even though they only turned up at about 10 to 2.
Oh, when you're experts, you don't have to be here so early like me and you do. Putting homework in and, you know, getting it all ready to go.
Because the greens are more or less empty now, just the last couple of games from this second round on the green. And just left that a long way short as John. Spoke to a couple of players, Andrew, said the green just a couple of played in the Waterloo, just a little bit heavier today.
It looks absolutely perfect. It's a long time since I've seen the green looking as green and as nice as this. There doesn't look to be any sort of problems with it at all, and really it was just a nice pace for Waterloo. So if it's a little bit heavier, it might cause one or two of them an odd problem. But
unlucky John there, just running the back of that ball. Yeah, it is best I've seen the green for some time, and credit to Gordon Butcher, the greensman, doing a great job. One other game that's on the green at the moment, Gary Ellis and Andy Hughes. See if I can pick up what the score is on that one. You know which scoreboard it is.
They're using the small numbers today, Mel.
Yeah.
It's 14 something. Q-Man's just given me some binoculars.
You got to turn them other way around, Andrew.
1914. After all that.
You wouldn't be much good as a sea captain, Andrew, if you don't even know how to use the binoculars.
I used it the right way around.
So 19-14 to Gary Ellis. And the eyes back into this corner where he's had a bit of success. Not a bad bowl here. He's going to finish probably just 2 feet off. Good lead. And John Kennish, he's done a few miles going over from the Isle of Man this last week or two. Flew in last night, I believe.
Yeah, his air miles must be racking up. Good job they reopened Blackpool Airport.
And of course David Bradford joined him here today. Good bowler, John's there, just got in. Gary Ellis, you probably saw on the screen, just jogging past. He had a right scramble earlier to beat John Bailey, Andrew, didn't he?
Yeah, it looked like it was down and out, but you know how many times we say that about Gary. He was a million miles behind and just came back to win. The mark of a true champion, of course.
And John nearly got another one here.
Even with the hit, it's gone out. Looking at the monitor.
Quite happened where the sunshine's gone. It was glorious half an hour ago. It was clouding over. Hopefully the rain will keep off.
Well, we won't get wet in here, Mel, that's for sure.
Just have a look around. Looks like they're calling for a measure. One of the second round game has come off. It's Lee Dale 21. David Bradford 16. Just the one to John. One other result as well. Simon Cowp 21, Josh Ale 10. So it just leaves 2 second round games on the green. The one we're here with Andy Hayes and John Kennish, and Gary Ellis and Andy Hughes.
Ball here. Trying a little mark up this west stand edge. Poor lead from John, but a good reply from Andrew. What are you doing, John? Big effort. Oh, I think it's just gone in that drain. And
yeah, it looks like it's just gone out.
Wanting to know is Andy.
Well, the referee's not indicated, but John Kennish has told Andy he's in. Nearly got another.
Just needs to finish. He just failed. I've had a word with the referees, by the way. I've told them to book their ideas up.
Do they?
There won't be any nice, kind words from me today. I got all that out of the way last week.
The referees, I thought, were very good for the TV coverage, Andrew, weren't
It seems to me when there's few more than one game on the green, it starts getting a bit complicated. There's not been any traumas yet, so we'll see what happens.
1-2 in the other game, Andy Hughes, just looking at that. Now, Gary Ellis 20, Andy Hughes 15. Andy's on the green everywhere.
And so they should be.
Those were the days, weren't they?
Those were the days indeed. Listen, you're stood next to a Waterloo champion 2015. That's all I'm saying on the matter.
2015?
And 15, yes. Mixed pairs counts.
Did it count?
It counts. Especially if I win it.
When I was watching it, I think it was Karen who won it.
You're only jealous.
She played really well, didn't she?
You're only jealous. I thought we both played really well. Unlike the end that we're just watching now, where it's been a little bit scrappy.
I just saw Karen come out the gravity tent over there, having some back relief, carrying you. So one more to Kennish. 16-10. 11. 2 to Kennish.
Not so bad.
Just tucked it round the back as well, fell over.
Yeah, rather have it than lick it, that's for sure. Just underneath. Looks like the other second round game's finished now.
So Gary Ellis 21, Andy Hughes 15. Gary Ellis safely through to the quarterfinals, where he will meet Pottery's Lee Dale. I'm not sure if he's made another, John. It's interesting to see on J Kennish's CV here that in November he'll be representing the Isle of Man at the World Amateur Snooker Championships in Egypt.
Yeah, he's a tremendous snooker player. I've watched him up at Mountain Institute on a few occasions, taking a few pennies off some of the bowlers. I think if him and Callum's another tremendous snooker player. I think if they got together, they could have a good contest there.
Well, it must be one because he's playing at it.
He's just underneath. Nearly won off it. Nearly played an Evans ball.
One more. 12-16. It's some achievement that for J Kennish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an achievement for anyone to represent their country at a World Championships.
Is there a flight direct from Isle of Man to Egypt,
I wouldn't
Jack?
have thought so. I wonder if he needs someone to carry his case for him.
They'd be queuing up for that job.
Probably get a trip out of his air miles. Well, not the worst lead in the world. This needs to run if it's got any chance, and it can't. What do we say, John? What do we say? Better than the first, just about.
That's a big target.
It is, but I don't think he's not playing through at him. In fact, he's got to be short, sure. He's not reached. Oh. It's a very poor ball. Very poor ball indeed.
He's back in now, nice little run.
Two down and short. Sort of balls you lie awake at night thinking about when you lose 21-20.
Just about to start the first of the quarter-final games. Craig Barker we're taking on Dan Petcher. Dan, who won the Charlie Tattersall Memorial competition yesterday on here. Beat Gary Ellis in the final, played really well. 5 games, 31 up to win it.
What's Exham doing, Mel? 5 games of 31 up.
Oh, it's been a great competition. That there's 128 entries in it. Memory of a real character. Sadly missed.
Yeah, a lot of people forget he was a very good bowler back in the day as well. And a lot of things, played on the panel. Good player in his own right.
John here. Well,
Like it.
Well, it's got to be beat.
Bit of a target, but you'd rather have him lick him any day of the week.
Yeah, Andy.
Watching it. Done it.
Got one out of it as well. Got the back bowl. Yeah, John didn't like that, did he, when he finished at the side? Big target.
No, he knew when it had finished, it had left the target. Playing thumb peg up into the pub corner, notoriously pushy at the best of times.
Yeah.
All that though.
The sun's gone off it, Andrew. You think it'll just slow it down a little?
I think it will. It needs the sun to dry it out a bit. Just gone overcast, it'll probably slow it down a yard or so, nothing major.
Oh, John sailing through there.
I think I've got a fan club now. There's lots of people waving at me. The lads from Huddersfield,
Yeah.
Canal sides, all stars, and they're waving at me and blowing me kisses and all sort. Oh, 2 down now.
Yeah. Why are they waving with 2 fingers?
I don't know. It must be a Huddersfield thing.
Yeah.
Oh, John, get on. Third one. Looking longingly into the corners is Andy. This is the mark he was playing Greg on. Playing finger peg. Fairly straight with a bit of swing at the end of it. Maybe swings 2 or 3 yards at the completion of the travel of the ball. And he's not so bad with this, you know. Maybe 2.5 feet, it's a yard off. But over that distance, not a bad lead at all. Now then, John. Decent road. Decent road, just needs a length and it's won it all week. Yeah, good ball, Mr. Kennish. Put the pressure right back on Andy. Stroked it out.
Well, he's after it, likes it.
Yeah, he should do as well. It's on a decent road. It may need a contact though. May need a contact. Oof. Grazed it.
Had a good shot of it there coming across green. Can get two here. Be a big end.
Yeah. Just watch the bias take effect now. Start to swing. Swing, swing, swing. Just get inside it. Oh, he's flopped out. Falling against the bias up the hill.
Yeah, just flapping the mat around, John. Slamming it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
He cannot believe it's gone against the laws of physics.
Back on his little short mark, John. Trying the north stand edge.
Yeah, short little mark.
A good ball.
Yeah, good lead. It seems to be the way to play this green this season. Just keep finding these nothing marks and put them close. Served me well in the mixed pairs, by the way. Yeah, did I mention I've won the mixed pairs?
Callum mentioned she'd won it.
Now then, Andy, don't play short again when you're two down. What are we saying? Run away, fly, get there.
Short again. Another game that's just started, the first of the quarterfinals. Currently it's Craig Barker 3, Dan Petcher 1. The big fella's played well today, ain't he, Bulty?
He's played very well. One or two very knowledgeable people in the crowd. We're tipping Craig from the start. He's certainly not disappointed anyone so far.
Good lead from Kennish again. Switching it round the green.
Yeah, all slightly different paces from end to end, making Andy just try and alter his judgment of length and line and just break his game up. He's doing a good job of it, he's John at the minute. I said at the start he'd do well to get out of this hole that he was in, and at the minute he's making a good fist of it.
I think he's made a double.
Nice delivery, nice easy delivery. Needs a contact. Oh, robbed it. I think he was good with that one.
Yeah, looked okay on the monitor here. One more. If one or two of these singles he'd been going, have been doubles, he'd have been nearly off now, Kennish.
Well, that's the key to the game. Make your two, save your twos. That's my mantra.
Back on again, just round the crown. Finger bias mark, likes it. I'm going to trot after it, John. All right, good in.
Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Just flopped over behind the jack.
You can see it there on the screen. Good position that. Good shot of it coming over.
Big effort.
What about that one?
Just short.
Ooh.
Just deceptive. It's finished about 10 inch short.
You're looking at it on the TV, it looks like they're sending him about 5 yards, Andrew.
You can't see Andy's feet from that view. Just shows you the height of the crown. Wafting it in. Oh, I think it's flopped out, you know.
What a good end of bowl so far, and still one to come. What does he do here now,
He
Andrew?
needs to have a look for a start. He needs to know just how far short them short bowls are. He's not a lot on. He's not an awful lot on, to be honest. it's one of them. He might be better just carrying it. I think.
Well, he's played with pace at it.
I'm not sure. Just he's got to get lucky. See, he's knocked him 2. That was the danger.
He may have been better just having a full-blooded strike, Andrew.
Well, I think it's one of them. Just accept that you're going to lose 1. Come at it the other peg. Try and play a miracle clap ball. But that was always the danger, giving him 2. And now he's the guy who can win at the next end.
19-18. It's come from nowhere.
Number 12, Mordue. Number 13, Callum Wright. Rectifiers and the quarterfinal manager blue. Chris is red, Callum is blue.
Good lead again.
Have you reached, Andy? Are you there? Run away, fly.
A lot of short balls on these short lengths.
It's going to be his undoing at this rate.
Well, he's going to lie up here. The man from the Isle of Man.
Well, Andy, you need to find one here. Need to find one. 2 footer running in your last. Do not be short. Big chance, you know. One off it. Oh. Well.
Looking at the monitor, I think that may have gone out. No indication
Body
from John.
language. What's the body language telling us, Mel? Telling me he doesn't really know.
Neither of them know. Look. Little dog's turned his back on it. I think he's back to eyes.
Oh, he's got to get him measured, whatever. I'll just keep looking at it.
The other quarter-final that's on the green at the moment, Craig Barker 4, Dan Petcher 2. So we're waiting the outcome of this measure. That one's in, I think. Looked a bit slack.
Slack band, every bowler's favourite band.
John doesn't like his.
Go on, it's going to be a dead end, isn't it? Can't split him.
It looks slack on that ball to me from here, but.
Oh, pointed to Andrews.
Wow. It looked it.
John doesn't look happy.
Did look slack on the TV there.
Well, 19 apiece. Hell of a game.
He's coming right up to our corner now.
Deep into the gate corner. Asking for it back, I think. Try again when there's no balls in the way. Not as deep this time, maybe 2 yards short than the previous jack he sent, but he's after it. I don't know if he likes it or it's just nervous energy.
It's going to go a yard at least.
A bit of adrenaline there, I think, in that little jog up the green. This is wide enough.
It's not as far.
Really? Can't tell from our point of view here. Can't tell off the monitor. The referee will have to tell us. Yeah, Kennish just in, just like Kennish.
In front now, the sponsor sign, Flowfit. They do a marvellous job for the sport. Sponsor of this event and also the senior individual merit. Oh.
Right then, has he made two with that contact?
Well, he's turned it away.
Has he made two? Needs to know. He thinks it's two, does the referee?
And he's having a look. And John sent it.
He's wide enough. Wide enough. Big chance this, you know. Big chance. Good ball.
Oh, real pressure shot that. Ball John. 2019.
Pressure ball if ever there was one. Going thumb peg at the west stand edge. Straight mark, falling mark.
His bowls away quickly, isn't he, John?
Yeah, still going. Jack was still going when that ball was sent. Only trickling, but he's reaching. Needs a hit. 18-inch, 2-foot pass, something like that. Looks a better road to me. All about his pace.
Should have gone out missing.
It didn't miss.
Who's in?
Off that shot, I'd say Hayes is in, but this is a big chance. Big chance. Touches a jack. May have gone. May have stuck in. No, we can't just tell.
John Kennish having a look. Hayes is in.
Now then.
This bowl for a place in the quarter-final of the Champion of Champions. Underneath. Underneath, I condemned it. Big opportunity missed there. He couldn't really overplay Andrew. Then he got to turn the jack, hadn't he, to John's.
Yeah, there was a lot of danger. Probably that was probably just putting him off playing the shot he wanted to play. All but 19.
Another game on the green of Craig Barker and Dan Petcher, now 5 across. And Callum Wright 3, Chris Mordue 1 in the second semi-finals on the green. Second quarter-final, sorry.
Just starting to bubble away nicely. The crowd's beginning to get noisy. Players are starting to get excited. Callum's dancing all over the green like a madman and playing like a world champion.
Well, Andy's still waiting. He wants Chris Mordue and Callum then to finish. Clearly he wants to go up that corner. It's all clear now, route's open for him. Off he goes to set the mark. He seems to like it.
Yep, trotting after it. Road looks decent. Another yard of running needed. Needs to finish. Won't get there, but it's not the worst ball I've ever seen on that mark.
Oh, John's far enough, that's for sure. He stuck it out a bit.
Needs to peg and run. Looks like it's given up off that shot. Yeah, Hayes won. Needs to improve. Just to put that extra bit of pressure on, make it a little bit harder. It's on its way. Trotting after it again. It's a lot wider than his first. A lot wider.
It's not any nearer. It'll just be a little bit of a nuisance.
John's ball's already on its way. It's already 3/4 of the way there. It just needs a clear run, and it wins it. Good ball, John
through, good ball. So there we have it, the man from the Isle of Man through to the quarterfinals. Where
turned into a classic at the finish of that. He never looked like being in the shake-up, and then all of a sudden he goes in front and he's nip and tuck at the finish, and then either of them could have won it at the death, but John got over the line with a fantastic last ball.
Okay, we're just going to go to a short commercial break, and then we're going to be coming back with Callum Wright against Chris Mordue. Here we have Callum Wright. There he is. He's really entertaining the crowd now. He leads Chris Mordue, double winner of this event, 10-1. And Callum is really firing on all cylinders today, as we know what he can do. And a short mark just from the terracing into the middle of the green. His favourite sort of a length. Callum's just lean, he's not sure about this one. Not so bad. He's on fire, is Callum, Andrew?
He's more than on fire. He's like a man possessed at the minute. He's after every ball. He's playing full of confidence. The crowd's loving it. It's what we want to see on a Crown Green bowling green.
Chris Mordue's really had no answer to him at the moment.
Well, I've noticed he's played a lot of short balls when he's been down as Chris. He looks just a bit out of sorts at the minute, let's put it that way, but very easy to be dominated by Callum. Let him run amok. Got to be careful you don't let him have things all his own way.
I'm sure Chris is going to be looking to get into corners. There's a few white spots on some of Chris's bowls. That's where they've ended up when Callum's been a little bit heavy at times.
We'll be getting charged for all that gloss at this rate. We needed to repaint him again.
Another game that's on, one of the quarterfinals. Craig Barker 6, Dan Petcher 9. And Callum's just having a look, wants to know whether there's one or two.
It's only one, aren't you? I think he'll strike at this.
Yeah. Just watch this go, but the cameramen don't keep up with it. He took the camera with it.
Nearly split the board in half.
At least these cameras are insured. Oh, the cameraman's legs fell off. Well, not his legs fell off, but the camera legs fell off. You can see him. Look, there's Darren putting it all back together. His firing's been brilliant today, hasn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, he struck at one earlier, middle of the green, took Chris's ball off clean as a whistle, but his own ball had a load of top spin on it, and it took his own ball out.
Here he is, another good lead again.
Good lead, yeah. And hit his own ball, and it finished 20 yards away, giving Chris an easy single. But the power that he generates is incredible. I mean, he's a big lad, and, you know, and he's in full flow when he's striking. And if a ball gets hit, it stays hit.
Well, here he goes again.
Yeah. A little crossover. Doing it again. Nice two. And Chris, not a great striker, prefers to play through.
Just over the top, two more.
Could be a very short game.
He's really dominated the game, hasn't he, Callum?
Yeah, he's playing absolutely full of confidence. He's right at the top of his game at the minute. Compare that to the start of the season. I remember talking to him in a competition. He was very down in the dumps. Couldn't find a set of balls he liked. Talking about packing in. And if he keeps playing like this, he'll be competing, you know, for the main prize of the season. It's amazing how it turns round.
That's the worst ball he's played in this game.
Yeah, you'd be happy one of those Mel yard off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 2 yard off I'll be happy with.
Well, Callum needs to hit something. It's a foul. Good grouping with his first, but unfortunately the Jack's 4 foot the other way. Well, you've got to get another, Chris. Got to get another. 2 all week. Now then, 4-13.
He's got to be heading deep into the corners.
I think this is the first time he's been able to go anything like a distance. You know, he's nearly 40 yards into that corner from where they are. Needs to plant a lead and put a bit of pressure on Callum.
There he is.
He's a big unit.
Malinga. The slinger, as they call him. Oh, this ball's on its way.
Rather feed him for a week than a fortnight.
Yeah, he eats chicken, they tell me.
Cheese
Is
as
it?
well.
Cheese and chicken?
Cheese, chicken, bacon, chips. Healthy diet.
Well, he looks an highly talented athlete, Callum.
No peas. Chicken for the protein. Chips for the carbs. I think there's a lack of fibre somewhere. If he's bowling like that, does it really matter? What a good response. Good ball, Chris. Playing with a bit more care this time. You just want to play a yard or two over, hit that ball full, or run the jack. Flick his own ball in. Anything. Flick over, win off it. Oh,
he's waiting, Callum, for the outcome.
that's been the pantomime villain, does our Callum?
What Chris casually signals one. So does Callum. I think it could be a measure. Yeah.
I think we might be having a measure. I don't like it when you have two referees doing short measures like that. Short ball. Mordue, 1. Now then, 60-yard corners, surely. Very easy. Strokes them out. Oof.
You didn't stroke that one out.
That came out like a Rubik's Cube. Looked like a baby giraffe's head going across green for the first 10 yards. Now playing Search the Jack. There it is. Clean, it wouldn't have been so bad, but...
It's certainly further than Chris's. Yeah, it's played a good in here.
Yeah, not so bad. It's a decent road. Drop your sand, he's saying. Drop your sand, it can't.
Gone.
Well.
Should be a comfortable 2 for Callum.
So. You'd think so.
He's not even running after Callum this time, he's letting it do its thing. There we have it, 2 more. Just on Twitter, somebody's called us Bowles answer to the Chuckle Brothers, Andrew.
To me, to you.
Yeah, to you, to me.
To me.
We're at the Grand 30 in Wolverhampton in Panto apparently this winter.
Not a problem. As long as I get paid my usual rate, it's not an issue.
There you see it on the screen. If you want to tweet us, join the conversation. Twitter account is @LiveBowls. Welcome any comments.
No, not any comments. Nice comments. Any questions, we'll try and answer them.
Go, Chief!
Stover played his first, Callum, trying to take that footer running out. He wants to get on, can't. Nice 2.
Yeah, he's stuck in the middle of the green as well, Chris.
Yeah, well, it's good tactics, isn't it? Can't go great distance.
Update on a couple of the scores now. All 4 quarterfinals on the green. Craig Barker 9, Dan Petcher 13. The other 2 games are in the early stages. J Kennish 3, Simon Cout 1. Gary Ellis 4, Lee Dale 3. That's your last 8. We'll try and keep you up to date. All the scores as they go along. You're sounding almost professional, Andrew.
Almost. Lead from Chris. Changes his peg to try and get another. Stuck it a mile to back. Callum wants to know how many it That's the one. Will we see one of his extra sets?
Yep.
Yes.
Here goes. And the cameraman stood behind it again. What you're about to receive, Darren. Missed one.
I think he'd be a bit braver, the cameraman, wouldn't he? And just stand up to balls like that.
But he ought to be lying behind the end, really, don't
exactly. Does he not trust those referees and players to stop the ball?
He looked a bit scared with that coming towards him. Hope he's got his bike clips on.
Going for the corners again, Chris.
Oh, that's got to be the tactic, isn't it? There's Darren, look.
There he is.
Highly talented athlete that it is, that does. He go around this green like a gazelle today.
Yeah, he's up and down them stairs as well. Carrying out kit. He should be half the size.
He knows we're talking about him, doesn't he? I think he's having a bet, isn't he?
He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
He's not gone for the corners, hasn't Chris?
That's a strange move.
Decent response.
Yeah, really surprised Chris doing that.
Played a reacher. Mustang out. Flashing job. Must be another. The way he's playing. Yeah, 2 all week. 2 all week. Give it one. Just nearly got it out. 17-8.
17-8. You can't really see any way back for Chris, can you, Andrew?
Not really, not the way he's playing. Playing really well. I've not seen him play this well for a long time.
And have you had a bet today, Andrew?
I have kept my hand firmly on my wallet today. Not had a bet.
There we got the last day board. There's no prices on it.
No, that's because they're all in running.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You see Petra Barker, Wright, Mordue, Ellis, Dale, Kennish, Simon Cap. That's your last 8. All on the green at the moment.
Be interesting to see that before the semis, just to see who's who. I'd imagine Ellis would be the favourite. Should have on paper the easiest path to into the semis. Big effort, Chris. Big effort. Callum wants to know. Referee sprinting on. Gonna give him some news any minute. Yeah, just looking at a Q-Man's just showing me a picture of the odds before the start of the last 8. Ellis was 5-4 favourite. Ball from Callum there. Wright was 7-2. Count 3-1. Lee Dale 33s. Craig Barker 8s. Petra 8. Mordue 6. Kennish 5s. Some value bets in there. Some good players, big prices.
It's a big end here. 3 good bowls. Well, they finished on the side. What could Chris got?
Oh, been unlucky.
1 to Callum. There's the trophies behind him. The British Crown Green Bowling Association tablecloth there, I think we call it, isn't it?
Nice,
Very smart, yeah.
Smart. Why is the 3 trophies? No, I'm missing a trick somewhere.
I'm not quite sure.
Runner-up?
No, one for me, one for you, I think.
Well, must be one for runner-up. After it. Oh, he's played a no ball, he reckons. It's at least a yard short. No good to Callum that.
Had a tweet here saying top draw coverage from Dave Law down in Staffordshire. He says good treatment for his sciatica. He's struggling at the minute, is Dave. Yeah, does a great job. Secretary of our main league, Dudley Bull Society League in Staffordshire.
That's who looks after you, is it?
That's right.
On your way to the title. Was it?
Yeah, we
Double,
scraped
wasn't
in.
it? Did a double or something?
Yeah, Cup and League we managed to scrape. First time Charlesmore managed to do that. Won everything, but never two in a year. Perfect hit that.
Now then, will it stop on? Will it stop on? Callum's wafting it.
There's
Can't
Darren.
get it off though. There it is, just stuck on. Mordue won. It's alright doing a double in something like that, but until you've won the Rosendale Parks League and the Cairns Cup in the same season, you haven't made it.
Yeah. They qualify for World Championships
Yeah, I
or
think it
the
gets us in,
Olympics
yeah.
or
I
anything.
think it gets us into the World Championships, to be honest.
Yep, not sure where that's going to be next year. The contract's up for grabs. I believe British Grand going to have 3 or 4 clubs apply for it. Not sure if Earlham are going to apply again. It is a great venue and the home of the competition for many years, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a shame if it's not there. I love that venue. That main green at Earlham Steel's arguably one of my favourites, and I've had some right bendings on it over the years, but it's a tremendous green. It doesn't matter how many times you've played it, you can't believe how heavy it is going one way. But wherever they decide to play, I'm sure it'll be a good venue. I think I remember a few years ago, Spen Victoria over in Yorkshire were interested in holding it. That would be a good venue. There's many good venues around the bowling world. They would all do a valiant job, no doubt.
There's Callum. Firing again. Nearly took the cup with it.
Got another tweet, Mel, from Dave Parkin. It says Andy Cairns is missing his Huddersfield League club Thongsbridge attempt to win the Huddersfield League, current BCGBA club champs. Well, we're playing 6 games today. We played 6 last week, which I've already played in against Lower Hopton. Oh, there we go. There's the BCGBA tablecloth and trophies. Very nice they are too. That middle one's very nice.
Yeah, back to the game.
Yeah.
Chris has done well, really. The position he's in. He scraped into that probably his first target, getting to double figures, Andrew.
Yeah, that's always your first target when you're a few behind. Get double figures and see what happens. Yeah. So I've played my part in the last game of the season for Thongsbridge. I've already won my game. Like
That mean you'll be able to play in the World Championship should you qualify?
If we qualify, yeah. Fully paid up member of Thongsbridge. Cut me in half, it'll say Thongsbridge.
That's your local club, is it?
Well, it's only an hour's drive from me, it's fairly local. Home is where the heart is, Mel. Let's just leave it at that, shall we?
What, in Yorkshire?
Well, yeah, actually, yeah.
Are they remaking Last of Summer Wine or something?
Yeah, they are, and I'm in it. Compo, yes.
More like compost.
Yeah, commentator. Oh, Callum.
Well, that's 19. Back into the middle, Callum stroking them out, just a bare mark. Greg Smith succeeded in this last week, didn't he? Similar sort of patch of land.
He did. He was very, very good. Very good at the Waterloo, very good at the Talbot. Unfortunately, he meets his nemesis on the Friday in the mixed pairs, though.
With Karen.
Karen McGrath, yes. He went on these 19 metre mark, played one a foot off, she put 2 inside it. No, I played positional balls somewhere around the head. Well, nice to lie.
Well, that's it for a place in the semi-final. Because surely he's got to play with pace.
Yeah. It's tight.
That's it.
Salutes the crowd.
21-10 victory for Callum on this form. Takes some beating, Andrew.
He will. If he keeps this up, he's playing to the crowd. He's full of confidence. It's very enjoyable to watch. It's not so nice to play against, I'll be honest with you. You can easily put you off. The secret is not to let it and maybe even join in. I know Chris isn't that so, unfortunately, but you can't let Callum dominate you like that.
We'll just have a quick look at the scores. It's Craig Barker 12, Dan Petcher 18. The referee's in front of the next one. Simon Cope 5, John Kennish 10. Another one is Lee Dale 5, Gary Ellis 8. So we're just going to have a very short break. We'll be back with more of the action from the quarterfinals of the British Crown Green Champion of Champions, sponsored by Flowfit. Well, welcome back to the Waterloo Hotel. There you see Gary Ellis and Lee Dale from the Potteries. The score is currently 8 across in the quarterfinal tie. Gary don't look very happy there, Andrew.
He's not just playing at his best today. He's got a tough opponent in Lee. Very, very steady player. Doesn't get flustered easily. Sticks to his game. Very hard to shake if you're not on it. And Gary's just struggling. I know he lost in the final of the Charlie Tack Memorial yesterday, so he must have played something like. But he's not just been on his game. Could have easily gone out to John Bailey. And I think he just needs to, I don't know, he needs to up his game a little bit. How he's going to do it? Pass. He's shaking his head, which is unusual for him.
Well, it's 2 more to Lee Dale. Gary, double winner of this event, 2004 and again in 2011. But he's not really settled today, Andrew. But he's still in.
Yeah. To me, he looks a little bit jaded today. I don't know if he's been sending a lot of balls recently or working a lot or whatever, but he just seems a little jaded. Doesn't seem on top of his game, which the other players will probably pick up on, and they'll hope to take advantage, and Lee's playing well.
Just had a tweet here that Oldsworth Working Men's Club, they're all there in the pub, keeping the pub in business, watching this, I gather. Must have it on the TV screen, I guess. So thanks for that. I hope you're enjoying it. At least they've probably got a drink there. It's more than we've got, Andrew.
Funnily enough, I've just sent my beloved to the bar, so hopefully she'll be popping back with a Diet Coke or something for me.
I thought you were talking about me. So, well done, Oldsworth. I know in a couple of weeks' time they'll be running their annual pairs competition, which is always good to participate in.
Yeah, good set of lads. Terry Gale, captain. Marshals his troops very well. No doubt Carl will be in there, keeping the Carlin flowing.
And also Mr. Bowles for you has tweeted us, Stuart Meddings.
Oh, my pal Stu.
So you've done a good job. Wants to know if you've got them caps on, Andrew, up here.
I haven't bothered today because the sun hasn't been out, but they are in the car, as always. I'm just waiting for my shirts to turn up.
So he said they're doing a very good job and he's working hard. That's the first for Stu Meddings.
I can't believe he's not here. One of the most improved bowlers in the game, Stuart Meddings.
But he is, and he deserves it. I mean, I've known Stuart a long time and he works really hard at it, and I know he's over the moon to be part of the Warwick Worcester successful team, win the Crossfield Cup.
Well, from my point of view, Mel, if you can get into that 24, you're doing something right, and Stu should be, well, it's better than winning a sweep, is that?
And a tweet here from Leslie Smith as well. So it wouldn't have been marvellous to see Vernon Lee playing Callum Wright. Be like Strictly Come Bowling.
Oh, Strictly Come Bowling indeed, yeah. There'd be some fireworks, I know that. Played a couple of good balls there as Gary. Going a fair distance, good lead and decent second, put the pressure on Lee.
Well, there's a big game on the green at the moment. Craig Barker 18, Dan Petcher 20, and Craig's line 2 real good bowls for 20 across. Dan's last bowl still to come. It was 2012 at one point to Petcher.
He played a bit of a no ball with his second. Cheap 2 for Gary there. 2 down. Signals Lee, 12-10. You keep your eye on the other game, Mel. I'll watch this one.
And it's John Kennish 12, Simon Cope 11. I hope all the viewers are enjoying the coverage here, supplied by Glow Gig once again. Andrew and myself try and keep you up to date with everything that's happening on the green and off it maybe. We've got Superman here, Spider-Man, we've got all sorts of fancy dress today.
There's Lynn in a Wonder Woman costume. I don't know where that's come from. I'm not liking your Borat Mankini, Mel. That's
No.
It's a bit disturbing.
It's a red one.
It's horrible.
There's Craig's wife, Julie, there sitting in the white top. Looks a little bit on edge at the moment, naturally. She's just seen Craig score one. So now it's Craig 19, Dan Petcher 20. Look at Julie. She don't know where to look.
Gary don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Unless he's waiting for this edge, I think he's waiting for Craig to get out of his way. One of the things that sets Gary apart is he won't even contemplate going anywhere he doesn't want to go.
We can't even see the edge with Craig standing in front of him.
Very nice, man, if you don't mind me saying.
It's all right, mate. Well, while we're waiting as well, Craig has just played a great lead now, 6 inches at the side. Now we're not watching that game, we're waiting for Gary, but we'll just give you a bit of a running commentary what's going on at the crucial part of the game. Well, you can just see it in the distance there. That's Dan Petcher's bowl. It's just gone out. You can see it in the top left-hand corner of the screen. We can stay on that. Craig with his second bowl needs this one to count.
Looks so bad. Looks a bit adjacent. Rise up.
Big ball from Dan Petcher. Craig Barker there lying now with 2 in that corner. $20 across Barker and Petcher. There's Gary, back to Gary, sending this.
Gary playing up the east stand edge. Thumb peg, bias to the ditch. Not a massive swinging round peg, quite a shallow mark. It'll peg maybe 4 feet or so. Notoriously heavier this edge than anywhere else on the green. Always holds the water a little bit longer than the rest of the green. Decent lead from Gary. Maybe a foot short. Lee's ball needs to run and it wins. Runs and it wins. Good ball.
Yeah, just had a nibble on it and got in. That other end in the middle of the screen there. That's Craig Barker's lead at 20 across. You just see it there, 4 or 5 feet in. There's a lot of support for Petra and Barker at the moment. Gary's going up to have a look. Don't know if the cameraman can get back on that end in the middle. And if George can pick it up. One just to...
Oh, not so bad this with Craig Barker's. Not so bad at all. Playing hide the jack.
That's Craig's. That's it. Lies up with that one for a place in the semi-finals. Craig Barker, the Staffordshire Merit champion. Mitchelton Butlers Club in Chesley now. Come from nowhere, 2012 down with that bowl for a place in the semi-final. Yeah, Dan Petra's just asking if it's 1 or 2. Craig's a good judge, really good judge. Thinks it's 2. Gary Ellis obviously is just waiting for this end to finish. It's right in front of him.
Just want to play over a length and sit that side ball.
Well, the ball's on its way.
Has he changed peg? He's coming out of the other peg. He's wafting it, is Craig, wafting it over the bar.
That's gone out. So there's Craig Barker in the semi-final, 21-20 win over Dan Petra.
Great win that. Never looked like winning it.
From 2012 adrift. So Craig will be playing Callum Wright in the first of the semi-finals today. There they are. Nice to see a game like that finish with an handshake and a smile to each other and a well done.
Looking forward to that semi-final. You couldn't think of two more dissimilar players
No.
playing styles.
Yeah, and both good striker as well. Might need to reinforce the boards. So back to Gary Ellis.
Are they still playing?
Yeah.
I thought they'd gone off.
Yeah, well, the Craig Barker's game was in front of him, and now he's got John Kennish and Simon Coutts game in front. So
This could be the longest end in Crying Green Ball's history.
yeah, and Gary's been in, I think, had a quick point, and he's back out now. The game on the green, by the way, Simon Coutts 13, John Kennish 12.
Gary's played with pace, wanting to connect, looks to back, can't.
A long wait, didn't he, Gary?
Yeah, it's unfortunate sometimes you have to wait that long, but well, you need to make another if you can, and you can't. I've played Lee a lot, but I couldn't tell you what his preferred mark is.
He likes to go the sort of marks are going on now, sort of 30, 35 yard round peg just off the crown. This is Lee's game, just strokes them out. The sort of game he likes. Always swings them round.
Probably why I've never beat him.
Well, probably because you're not good enough, that's all it is really.
Well,
But
that's a fair comment, yeah.
he's a left-hander.
Well, they should be shot at birth. A lot of them.
Come on!
Not a bad lead at all. Gary's biggest fan after his dad Tom, Mike Holden, is giving his vocal support in the crowd. I'm sure you can hear him on the effects microphone. He's forced Lee onto the other hand. Coming at it, the left-hander's thumb peg. It takes me forever to work out who's doing what on the finger peg than thumb peg with left-handers. They shouldn't be allowed to play. Gary's followed him. Needs to reach, needs to be there. Going to arrive. Just tight, may have left a brace. It has indeed.
2. New leader, 13-12.
13-12. Dig in is the cry. They'd have had Gary a massive short price favourite on the heat. Probably 4 or 5 to 1 on. And going across the green over the crown, the left-hander's finger peg. Trying to make it difficult for the right-hander. Swoop now towards the jack. Good lead. Piling the pressure on Gary, putting him in a whole heap of misery. Needs a connection. Spot though.
Simon Cow's just gone away from John Kennish. John was leading 12-10. It's now 16-12 to Simon Cow. You must remember, he's the reigning champion, holder of this title.
2 real balls there. What's Gary going to do? He's just only playing through. Not struck at them. Thought he might have given him the treatment, but he's just played a yard or 2 over. Got a connection, but not enough. Not enough.
He was unlucky, Gary, there.
A little bit more pace on it would have done the job. Going back to Simon in his first game with the late reserve Glyn Picknell. Replaced young Ben Stanway in the draw. He was all but 19 down. And Glyn played 2 yard balls at the last end, gave Simon a little bit of room, and he took full advantage. Else he would have been in the stands now watching on.
Yeah, he had an early lead, Simon, as well. He had a few up early on. Glyn come right back at him. Glyn had a call at 9 o'clock to say he was first reserve into the tournament. And he happened to be in Blackpool. He's coming to the event anyway, so short notice, but...
I thought they might have waited for me to turn up, Mel, to be honest. Just shoved me in.
Yeah, you got to be a champion.
Listen. I won the Woodley Classic at the start of the season. I'm sure that would have got me in.
You're sure to be high on the reserve list.
I think it was number 57 on the reserve list.
Yeah, Lee. Get another. It's made 2, I think.
Nice 2.
Big target. Gary will be looking to trial the jack.
He could easily leave that second ball. He can't afford to be too far overplayed. He's close, you know. Close, needs a hit. Got it. Good ball.
Made
Real
2.
good ball.
The ball of a champion.
He needed it. It was beginning to look a bit dark. 17-12 would have been a big lead at this late stage.
Made all the difference. 17-12, 15-14.
Finger peg. And into the north east corner of the stadium. The toilet corner, as we like to call it. And a lot of marks up and down that north stand edge. We'll have to play him nearer than that, I think.
He didn't like it, Gary. I think you got an update of a bit of the betting there, Andrew.
Well, they've got Callum Wright, a massive favourite in the top half. They've got him 6-5. And you can have 6-1 Craig Barker. That's to win the competition, of course. If you fancy a bet on the heat, Callum Wright is 4-9. So you'll have to have £9 on to win 4, and Craig Barker's a 13-8 shot. So they've got Callum a massive favourite there. I don't think he's that short a price, personally. I think there's a lot of value there in Craig Barker.
6-1 in the last 4. Good prize.
He was only 16-1 in the 32, so I think that's massive value. If you're thinking of a bet in the last 4 of this event, he'd be my pick. Cheap single for Lee Dale there. Taking him back on a nice swinging mark. Left-hander's finger peg towards the west stand. Every inch uphill out of that corner. And you can see he's left himself, 2 yards short. Poor lead, really.
Doing a big turnaround in another game. It's now Simon Cope, the oldest, 16. And the man from the Isle of Man, J Kennish, 17. Come back again. Kennish did the same in the last round with Andy Hayes.
Yeah, you can never write him off. A good player. I mean, you come a distance. I mean, he's flown here, for goodness sake. You're not going to give up so easily, are you? He's let water in with this lead. Not a good one at all. And Lee's the same. Played 2 bad bowls. Probably shoved the jack a little bit too far, I would think, for his liking. And give Gary a good chance of a double. Yeah, stops any time. Gets another. 16 apiece.
Gary's not led particularly well so far, but this is the time to lead one.
Yeah, just been off sorts, not put the pressure on like he normally does. But the way he grinds victories out, you wouldn't put it past him to get over the line. There's nobody like him in this game for grinding out a 21 when it doesn't look like he's anywhere close to winning.
Now Kennish 18, Cope 16. Got a lead this time as Gary.
Not too shabby that. Best lead of the game so far. And Lee looks short. Gary's caught him out. Gary knew it's a little bit uphill there. Lee didn't. Now then, Gary, can you get another? Will it run? Not just on the road, he's stuck it a bit too back. Might just get it. Wants to know. Referee's oblivious. Gary's going to have to go and find out for him. Good judge, Gary.
Looking hard.
He thinks it's 2, pointing in his own.
J Kennish 19, Simon Cope 16.
He's gone up and had a look for himself as to the lie of the land, make sure that he's comfortable in his own mind how many it is. Nothing worse than playing a wrong shot at this stage of the game. It's on its way. Further than his first. Got a bit of a squeak this. If it's anywhere near the road, it wins it. Done it. Good ball.
Oh, real ball that, Lee. Just can't shake him off, can he, Gary? Just doesn't seem to hold on to Jack for a couple of ends. Doesn't seem to be able to settle.
To be fair to Lee, he's played a real ball there that he could have easily just played to save, but he attacked the end. He made sure he was far enough, chanced his arm a little bit, and got away with it. And Lee playing the left-hander's finger peg over towards the scoreboards. Downhill finish. Very easy to be short though. Very easy. They're expecting it to run. Left it nearly 2 yards short again. Just not leading. Just deserted him. The wrong time. Oh, Gary's beat it. It's not a. It's a live and let live ball. Shouldn't be good enough to count the end. Now then, Lee, have you improved? Better. Good ball.
Draw tickets coming around now. Pound the scrim. First prize, the second ball. Play the ball of your choice.
Yeah, the ticket.
Oh, they don't miss us out. Oh, Gary. Gary.
Well,
Get on. Has it?
no. Lee's signal, one more. 18-16.
Wow, very surprising. Can't believe he's played short when not in.
John Kennish 20, Simon Cope 16. The Olders on the verge of going out the competition. Was leading 16-12.
He's not done an awful lot wrong in that time either. Left-hander's thumb peg. Uphill from where they're going now. Needs to run. Finished a yard short. Bang on the road.
I think Gary's just waiting for this end in front of him. He's going to go at it, I think, the other boys.
Wants to go the other peg at it.
Yeah, going at his thumb. John Kennish lies up at the minute. We're not focused on that game. It's 2016 against Simon. Just give you, what's happened. Simon's playing through at the end. It's gone out. John Kennish is through to the semi-finals. The man from the Isle of Man. The Older is out. So Cope 16, John Kennish 21.
Bit of an upset there, Mel. Not a massive shock, but an upset nonetheless.
So John Kennish in the semi-final will be playing the winner of this game we're looking at now. Lee Dale and Gary Ellis.
Not too sure if that's made it, Mel. Couldn't just see from that screenshot then. Gary's tightened his line a bit. Good road, good length, got to win it. Winner all week. Now then, is it 1 or 2? I think Lee signalled 1 down.
It looks like 1. Gary might just have a look. satisfied for one. 17-18. And Gary's opting to go a bit of a distance now.
Not surprised, really. I think that's the best part of his game, personally. But what do I know? He had an absolute no ball of a lead. Not on the road too far. Apart from that, it was all right.
I'm sure Lee will be looking to punish that.
Well, you'd think so. Yeah, looks better pace already. Won it now. Now, not a good one. Not that close. Lickable, that's for sure. Yard off. You'd expect Gary to beat these balls. The way he's played today, he's not certain. Needs to finish, needs to run. Yeah, good ball.
Just made it.
Gone in. Now then. Down and away. Come out nice. Has he took too much out? Has he played short? That's the question. Needs to run, needs to fly. Well, would you Adam and believe it?
One more to Gary.
Now then, Gary, you're sticking to the corners. Looks like it, looking longingly into the distance.
Well, 18 across. We've got a special guest in the studio with us now. The renowned sporting MC event we saw here, direct from ITV4. Paul Booth here with us, who we all saw on the green. Paul, first time at the Champion of Champions. What do you reckon to this?
You've caught me on the hop here, yeah. First time at the Champions of Champions. Thanks very much. Yeah, no, it's good. It's a great turnout. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love the Bowles family. Brilliant. Great to be here. Good to be a part of it and enjoying.
We didn't recognise you without you, Dickie.
Yeah, and also you probably didn't recognise me either with having a pint in my hand today because I'm having a day off. So yeah, Dickie Bowles off today, so I'm letting my hair down, so to speak.
This was your first time at Crown Green, wasn't it, for the Cooperative Funeral Care Waterloo? You enjoyed it? Absolutely
Outlived my expectations totally. Brilliant, great to work with ITV4, great to work with the people at the Waterloo, brilliant, and met many new future friends, including yourself.
Thank you, yeah, but not Andy Cairns. Yeah, so we hope to see you back here next year. Hopefully, the viewing figures at ITV were over the moon with it.
Yeah, I believe ITV were expecting around about 50,000 viewers, but I think it was about 220,000, wasn't it? Peaking at 110,000, so absolutely brilliant, great turnout, and obviously with viewing figures achieving what they did, I think that sends a statement back to ITV that there's probably room for it on ITV and terrestrial TV as well. Great, it's just absolutely a pleasure to be a part of it. Brilliant, really enjoyed it.
Okay, well, thanks for you. Can you just do one thing? Can you say debut for us?
Debut. Ladies and gentlemen, it's his debut.
Thank you very much. You had a bit of stick for that, mate. Anyway, good to see you, Paul. So back to the action. Gary Ellis in front, 2018. Now, this is when he wants a lead.
Not so bad with this, Mel. So I was just a bit starstruck, right? Let's get this party started.
I think Paul was starstruck to be with me and you, actually, Andy.
I didn't like to say. Didn't like to say. Well, Lee.
Who needs Rishi Prasad?
Who? Well, Lee. Are you on a road? That's the. Oh, I just dug out. Good effort. After it's suddenly come to life as Gary, he saw the winning line and he's woken up and he's played 2 real good bowls here. Look at that. Ooh, knocked the jack a little bit too far, giving Lee a bit of room. But you'd rather have them than lick them any day of the week.
He's given a bit of room, but they finished smack in front, haven't they?
Yeah.
He just took the jack behind a little.
He can win off his own. And Lee's trotting after this. He don't trot after many.
Well, it's too far missing.
Oh!
Oh, he's moved the jack across. Has that done anything? Oh, Royce.
There's oohing and ahhing and all sorts going on. He's trying to take a ball out. He's worried about taking a ball out and that ball falling out. Yeah, giving it.
Conceded it.
Wow.
Just the slightest nick. He's fortunate he was too far missing, but he weren't going to be short.
Yeah,
Lay up, did Gary.
That's what they call in the game a Mel Evans ball.
Yeah, them are the days.
Send it and hope.
We've got to stop together us left-handers.
Yeah.
Left-handers union.
Now then, Lee. Now then, Lee. Have you sent this ball? The last few times you've had the jack, you've played short with your lead, you've done it again.
And Gary's ball's on its way already. This one's not short.
We is the cry. Condemning it that it's too far. It's got to stay in, surely.
Are you sure? It's gone a long,
no,
long
I'm not
way.
Sure. No, well, is this what nerves are? Is this what it's doing to us?
Well, Lee's trotting after this.
It's better.
Still going to go a couple of feet.
Needs to stop.
Yeah. Is he line 2?
They're not good enough. Well, they're not good enough. Doesn't matter. Gary will breeze one in there. Come off, shake hands.
And there we have it. Gary Ellis, 21-19. Through to the semi-final, where he'll meet J Kennish to the first semi-final. It's just at 2 ends. It's Craig Barker in red, 1. Callum Wright in blue, 1. It should be some game, Andrew.
Well, it should be if they keep the form up of their previous 3 games. It should be very interesting indeed. Callum's been a joy to watch today. Anyone that enjoys watching Crown Green Bowls will love watching Callum in full flow. Craig lets his balls do the talking, so it's going to be a very interesting battle, this.
And a good lead there.
Not a bad response this from Callum. No gap.
Look, a gap to go through.
Yeah, not only has it gone through it, it's gone off. Puts massive pressure on this second ball now.
Well, Callum's chasing after it once again.
Yeah, well, very similar ball. It wins the end. Got a chance. Got a chance. Don't peg.
Well, they seemed to peg 2 feet over the last 2 feet.
Yeah, he pegged 2 foot in the last inch, that Mel.
Yeah, another one to Craig, the Staffordshire Merit champion. 2 of the semi-finals not yet on the green. She's going to be between Gary Ellis, twice winner of this, and J Kennish.
Craig straight away going for the corners. Knows that if Callum's got a weakness, it's going a distance. Gonna have to put them a little bit closer than that though. Even I could get one in there. Yeah, Callum's ball taxiing up to the jack now, bang on a road. A little bit over, but nothing wrong with that. Good ball. Now then, Craig, you need 2 yards of running at least in this ball. It's on a bit of a road, bit of a squeak. All the way, good ball, Craig.
Yeah, the good runners, these bowls. Big Drake's Prize specials, these are £2.12. Callum's going to be firing at this. Well, I hope the cameraman's watching this one. Here he goes.
Watching it. Turn his back on it now.
One more to Craig. Craig will be keeping him on this sort of a distance. The game's just starting. Gary Ellis and J Kennish. While we're just waiting for this next end, Andrew, we had sad news this week with the passing of a good friend of ours, Martin Marks, TV producer, good follower of Crown Green Bowls. Your thoughts? You knew Martin very well.
Yeah, it's very sad news. I knew he was poorly. He was instrumental alongside Jimmy Parker getting bowls back on TV on Sky. Had the pleasure of a round of golf or 2 with him and doing a few bits and pieces for Sky, and he was sad. He was very, very enthusiastic about the game, and he was all for it. He had some very good ideas about what to do with it. Unfortunately, none of them ever came to fruition. But it's always sad when anyone passes away. But somebody that has the game at heart, it's even sadder.
Yeah, he's involved, as you say, with Jimmy Parker here at Waterloo, and also over in Portugal, events on Sky. And I know he was a great guy and fun to be with, wasn't he?
He was.
Always a laugh a minute was Martin. Enjoyed life to the full, and I'm sure he'd be happy to see that Bowls has returned to the screens this last week. So I'm sure we send our condolences to his family and friends. Back to the action.
Yeah.
And also, Alexis Lungad is watching this. She's had an operation. She'll have to drop out of the Ladies Champion of Champions tomorrow, and so we wish her a speedy recovery.
I wonder if I'll be getting a late call about playing in that, Mel.
Well, you might
pairs,
be.
Does that not get us in it?
No. And you spent a lot of time in Funny Girls down the road, so maybe you qualify through that.
One of the game's best ever female players has just said I played a game like a woman. I'm glad I didn't say that. Balti just keeping to his game plan, keeping a bit of distance between the mat and the jack, giving Callum something to think about. Not you're coming in Ireland, but you're not getting around me that easily. Stop feeling me flab.
While we're on, we just got a message from Ireland. Craig Barker's brother Nick's watching all this, enjoying the commentary. He says, "Good on, Balti." It's Craig's nickname. Everybody knows him at Balti.
This is a length. Good ball. Good ball. He's pumped up for this. Is Callum. A bit of a pump fist.
That's right.
I like to see that.
Yeah, we had another text from Ian Gill saying it's great coverage. Good to see a good crowd of all ages at the Waterloo. We needed a few more showmen like Callum. He just showed it there with a fist punch. Yeah. Quite agree.
He's after this. No doubt there'll be a few at home frowning on every time he gets near a ball and wafting it and stamping it. But to me, it's great to watch. Doesn't make any difference what he's doing around the ball. The ball's only going to go where he sent it anyway. Oh, he's playing with the crowd now, getting them involved. Great stuff. He thinks it's too far, he's tiptoeing about. Nothing over, surely. It's in a great spot. Tempting him, whether to play a length or to reach at it.
Craig will try and just run that little yellow jack and make two.
He's certainly reached. Missing it goes out. Will it miss?
They've done it.
They've done it. Two shot.
And Craig's arms are off now. I predicted that shot.
You did. Well, even a broken clock's right twice a day, Mel, to be fair.
You're missing David Corkle, aren't you?
I am a bit. Missing Rishi more.
Just trying to this true stories, Andrew. Somebody said to me, who was that guy doing the commentary? I thought it was Roy Walker, formerly off Catchphrase, and so I don't know whether that's a compliment to David or not.
Roy Walker, say what you see. What they're thinking about. You could have had a massive 7-4 Craig Barker this game, and an even bigger 6-1 to win the competition.
Yeah, you got all the bet in there, Andrew.
Massive prices.
What with all the rest of the odds?
Running down the list to win the competition outright. Craig Barker 6-1. Callum Wright 5-4 joint favourite with Gary Ellis. And J Kennish 4-1. And if you wanted to back them on the heats, Craig Barker was 7-4, Callum Wright was 5-2 on, Gary Ellis was 5-2 on, and J Kennish was 7-4. Now normally in these competitions I always back the two outsiders in the semi-final as a double. That would have been a nice pick-up if they both win. Doesn't happen that often, but I don't think either of them are 7-4 shots at this late stage.
Another one to Craig Barker. He looks well composed as Craig is, settled into the game nicely. This is his favourite mark he's played today a lot. Unbiased. Down into the shadow of the west stand. And he's played some real good bowls. Led well down this area. Loves this part of the green. He's not a mile away again here. Not a mile away again here.
Good ball.
Callum's left it. There's a lot of support for both these players.
Yeah, well, that's what you want. There'll be a lot of money talking now. Beer's been flowing all day. Two great balls from Craig Barker there. Now then, Callum. He's trusting the bias of the ball. He's just playing a length. Needs to find that gap. Finds that gap, it wins it. Oh, what an effort.
What a ball, what a good end of bowls.
Any contact on that jack would have probably stopped it.
One more to Craig. Just edging away a little bit.
The battle of the units, Mel.
Yeah, there's a few meat pies and chicken dinners there.
One of my claims to fame is that I actually ate more than Balti once. We went out for a curry together. I managed to finish off not only my curry but his curry, and then a bag of pork scratchings after.
Was that your pudding?
That was me pudding, yes. That was back when I could eat a bit, and now I'm an athlete.
Oh, good ball, Callum.
What a beautiful shot.
Now Craig's firing this, he lets them go as well.
Yeah.
The cameraman stood behind it.
Refs running over DT Jones from Welsh Wheels.
DT Evans.
Evans even. I was close. In off, use it. Ooh, nearly. Who am I thinking of? There was a Jones referee from... Can't think who I'm thinking of now. Look, he warned me once for stamping. 2.
Ooh, to Callum. Yeah, chucks the mat in. How did you manage to get a pint of beer anyway?
My significant other Karen brought it over while you were living it up with the oi polloi.
Oh, I've got a drink arrived now. Thank you. Mother Pritchard's brought me a Diet Coke. Good ball, Callum. Craig looks a little bit too big, just outside.
Yeah, in a good spot though for the 2 shot. It'd be very tempting after this ball unless he leaves it. Oh, he's all over the place. Through his legs.
And the crowd going is Callum.
He'll get him going when he runs this jack for 2. Get him going when he runs this jack for 2.
Done
Chicken
it.
dinners.
2.
It's like a roar at Wembley out there.
Yeah, this is what we want to see in it. This is Crown Green entertainment at its best. Following on from the TV coverage, this is great. Real buzz. The sport had a great lift last week or so, Andrew, haven't it?
Yeah, it has. Everyone's talking about bowls at the minute, about wanting to come to the Waterloo again. It's a place that's suddenly alive. Clubs are wanting to come for day trips. I know there's people at my club that are all of a sudden they want to come to the Waterloo and experience it.
Well, when I got back on the day after, I'd got 324 emails, text messages, private messages. 2 of those were from flat green clubs, one down in Essex Way, one in Somerset, asking about having coach trips. And so it'd be great to see those guys here.
Can you let me know what day they're on so I can qualify on the same day, please?
Not to play, just come to the final day. They just want to come.
Just want to, well, even better.
And they watched it. The one guy has actually phoned me and he just said he's never seen anything like it at a bowling green. Not used to anything like that, and they just want to experience it themselves. So a couple of coach trips. And I gather Mark Ordin, the bowls manager, was saying that he's already an increase in coach parties wanting to hire the green for next year. So it's all good news.
It's exactly what we needed. Shot in the arm we needed. Go on, Callum. Good ball. Not nailed it, but it's a decent ball. Put the pressure back on Balti. Now then, can't fault it yet. Still can't fault it. It's an inch tight.
I think Callum's just turned his peg.
Turned his peg, looking for the ball. Doesn't want to move the jack too much. Got the gap. Wow. Can't believe it.
Oh, 11-4. Halfway home. Craig was runner-up in this tournament 16 years ago.
Was he really?
To Ian Rigby.
Oh, Diggers. This is a long time ago. Digger Rigby, what a player he was.
And in the other game, the semi-final, in his early stages, Gary Ellis 4, J Kennish 6.
Yeah. What you've got to remember though, while Callum's entertaining the crowd, he's losing the game 11-4. More important, he's got to play well rather than entertain the crowd. He's not doing an awful lot wrong, but he's not winning. It's one thing showboating when you're in front, it's another showboating when you're behind. Now he's a big chance here. Big chance.
Well, he's not getting after this one. I'm not sure he likes it. Must count, mustn't it?
Needs to peg inside that. Not done it.
One more to Craig.
That was the chance.
Yeah. Callum just seems to have slowed down a little.
Now then, on 3/4 corners. Swinging mark off the crown. Right-hander's finger peg. Pace looks decent. May just finish short, but not an awful lot. Not the worst ball in the world. His fans are happy.
I would think the bookies are happy at the moment with the score as it stands.
Well, they've tried to get these other two in the book, and I don't know if anyone's took them on, but 6-1, massive price, Balti. I can't believe I haven't gone and had a nibble myself. Not like me. Of course, if I'd have backed him, he wouldn't have had any chance. Well, nice to line. 2 decent bowls.
I say Andrew as well, the crowd seems to have got even bigger.
Oh, the crowd's tremendous. The crowd's absolutely trying to sell. I don't think you could fit an awful lot more people in, to be honest. They're all in the stand.
Callum, what a good bowl that is. Now, he needs to fire himself up again, does Callum?
He does. Well, he needs to concentrate on leading, and one will follow the other. I don't think you can get a lot more in here, maybe another 100 or so, 200 maybe.
You can see just scanning around the stadium there, one of the biggest crowds we've seen here at the Champion of Champions for some time. Great atmosphere. Hardly any empty seats in the stand as well. The West Stand more or less rammed. Yeah, great to see. And great to see the entertainment on the green as well.
Callum just doing a quick foxtrot around the ball, laying 2 good uns. Balti's played with pace, gone for goal, signalled 2 already. Picking up a lot of tips here.
A tweet here from Mike Geraghty from the Lloyds, saying good afternoon to us all. This is clearly the experience of the ITV is paying dividends. It can be seen all around.
A very happy man there. He'll have been following Man City's progress at Spurs today.
Man United are glad they were 2-0 up, I think, last I heard.
We don't want to talk about football too much, Mel. I don't think either of our sides are doing particularly well at the minute.
Craig, can you stop in?
Get after it, Callum. Get after it. Get your foot behind it.
It's far enough.
Get your foot
Far
behind
enough.
it. It's won it. Good ball. Pump of the fist afterwards. That's what we want to see. Craig's to back with this, surely. Can he take his own out? Oh, it's 2. 2.
Callum said, hang on a minute. He was going to signal 1, it's 2.
Well, unlucky ball really, right sort of ball, just a little bit to back, anything tighter would have been good.
Crowd are loving this hand, aren't they?
Oh,
A little skip.
yeah, a little skip and a jump. Oh. Yeah. Like I say, I'm sure there's a few at home tutting at this, but this is how balls should be played.
What about that one?
What a good ball. This is what it's all about.
Here we go.
Bang!
Oh, missed one. Craig wiped that out. Now theatricals from Craig.
I'm beginning to think there's no love lost between these two, the way they're playing, but
Nah, they're all right. They're good pals,
Are they?
Callum and Craig. Yeah. Off the green, good mates. On the green, fierce enemies.
absolutely, that's the way it
He's
should
nearly
be.
got another here.
Oh, has he knocked him in? Knocked him in. Yes.
Yes. Oh. What a disaster. 2 real unfortunate balls from Craig there.
Wow.
2 ends on the trot and really unlucky as there, Craig. So from 12-4, it's 10-12 now. Is there another match on the green?
I'm not sure. I'm not really watching if there is.
There again.
He likes it. He likes it. He's going back for another goal.
Lofting it in. Oh, he's left it. Craig should punish that. Left it a couple of feet short. The other game is Gary Ellis 5, John Kennish 10. Now Craig, can you run? Can you run? Can that big ball get in? Yeah, just needs to get a bit of width on the ball, go for a length. Ooh, this is far enough. That's far enough.
Slack end. Well, can it run? Can't get, surely. Wow. Who'd have thunk it?
And just noticed as well, Gary Ellis had a bit of a word with Callum there. Gary was about to deliver his ball and Callum was dancing around just in front. I think Gary just said politely, just carry on going, Callum.
He's a nightmare to play on the green at the same time as him. Nightmare. Hate it with a passion, me. I love watching him. I hate being on the green at the same time.
Well, he's not so bad again. Yeah, Callum and Gary are having words on the green. You see there, Callum speaking to Gary. Gary's now speaking to the referee as well. I don't know what's going on there, but I think Gary has asked the referee to speak to Callum. I think he just got in Gary's eyesight at one point. Oh, he's made 2.
Short.
2 more to
Cheap
Callum. 13-12. Oh, we need to have somebody mooning on the screen there. Oof.
Yeah.
John Kennish 11, Gary Ellis 5.
Going back to the Gary and Callum words there, it's the sort of thing you don't notice when you're winning and playing well and in front, but unfortunately Gary's a few behind and he's probably noticing everything at the minute, which is unlike Gary. Very focused normally.
Now Craig, just rested, good bowl. Just needed that. Not firing at this one, he's just going to try and push it out.
Got to be careful, he don't hanging out. That's what he's done. He's hanging out all the way. Won't look at it.
Well, a good little 9 break there from Callum from 4-12, just edge in front. Yeah, Craig, can you make another?
There's still that little contretemps between the two, hasn't put either of them off.
Yeah. 2 to Craig, back in front. Craig now just needs to focus. He had a couple of bad rubs, a couple of ends there. Needs to settle down, get back to business in hand. John Kennish 12, Gary Ellis 5.
Playing well is John from what I've seen. I've not watched an awful lot of his game, but every time I look he's got a ball on top of the jack. And that's what you need when you're playing Gary. Don't give him any room. Oh Craig, it's not a great lead at all. It's too far, might even go off yet.
Just had a text here saying brilliant coverage, Mel. Any chance you can help Aston Villa out in the game, Peter?
Who? Aston Villa? Is that a football team? They're both good.
I'm not
Never
sure.
heard of them.
They must be getting beat anyway.
There's much chance of Burnley.
A message here from Kirk Stevens. Fantastic broadcast. What a fantastic semi-final we're watching.
Kirk Stevens, a snooker player.
No, not quite.
He
No.
got banned for cocaine use.
No, it's not him. No,
Oh, that would have been good.
he's from down our way.
Oh, okay. He's up there, Midlands.
Yeah. Welcome, Worcester. Man.
Well, Callum, you're short. He'll never pass the jack any time this century.
Bad end of Craig's there. John Kennish 13, Gary Ellis 5 in another game.
Gary is totally out of sorts. He's just not on it at all. Been given a yard of room and he's buzzed.
Christ, what we got here?
Me.
We got the Vikings, we got Superman and all sorts. What's all this? Batman's arrived now, just getting kitted up, isn't he? It's truth. Where's Lynn in her Wonder Woman outfit? Blimey. What's all that about? Yeah, Callum, what we got here?
Yeah, another wonder ball. Now then.
It's a big target again. Good shot
Two
at that.
shots set up.
All in a line.
2 shots set up.
Can he do the jack? Oh, he's gapped it.
Ooh.
Took one out. Right, 15-14. Oh, Christ almighty. Are they filming superheroes or something here?
Oh, some of those costumes look a little tight. That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You keep that hammer where it is.
Yeah, they look like £2.8 then.
Jeepers. Do you know, they're not right, some of these crying green balls.
But how great to see though, isn't it? People get into the spirit of things and get dressed up and everything.
When am I going to get on in my mankini? That's what I want to know. Are the women going to dress up the same tomorrow for the ladies' event? No, they'll have the bowls, gloves, visors, bowls, picker-uppers, trolleys, etc.
Well, the favourite Katrina Earl has been and had a all-over spray tan, I'm gathering.
I saw that, yeah. Yeah. Although some women prepare by having half hours practice, Katrina has an all-over spray tan.
One more to Callum.
And I'm sure she'll be warming up tonight in the Waterloo on the karaoke. So if you're in the area, please steer clear. You will get perforated eardrums. Or you may get lucky and you might hear me.
Could you do a duet with Callum? Sonny and Cher or something?
I did a duet with Louise Count last year from memory.
Good ball again, Callum. Finish on the side though. Okay, give this a chance. Give this a chance. Just peg a little bit.
Well, it looks like it's worked. Villa's scored, would you believe? It's 3-2 now.
Oh, it must have been an own goal.
Even Burnley scored, even stranger. Wolves haven't, though. They're still losing, though. You'll be pleased.
There's still time.
Still time to get another against them.
Hanging back for bets.
Well, Balti, have you played the two-shot again? No. All of a sudden, these through balls he's playing aren't connecting.
17, 14.
Remember, 10-4 down?
12-4.
12-4. My memory's not that good.
It's just an age thing. Yeah, it's 12-4. Callum scored 13 to Craig's 2 in this little run. Not had the best of luck at all, this Craig.
Very short mark, this.
Yep, measuring it.
Not surprised. Well worth it.
Might have to wait a little while for this because Gary Ellis has already set a mark going through the end. Scored in that other game at the moment is Gary Ellis 7, J Kennish 14. And there's the referees waiting to measure this. Needs to be 19 metres to be a legal mark. Just waiting for J Kennish to send his final ball to that end.
Well, John, if you've taken a yard out, you'll win the end. And I think he has. Good ball. Another one to Kennish. Playing full of confidence is John.
16-7. He leads Gary Ellis, double winner of this competition. Was a length. Not sure how far it was.
Oh, why would they tell us? However far it was the right length for Balti. Good response.
Craig just played a yard on. Callum has. Stuck out.
Right repairs. Played it a little bit too far overplayed, really. 2 yards would have been nice.
And he's made another one. Great bowl there, Craig. 16-17. Craig just coming back into this area of the green that he favours. From bias. 35-40 metre mark. It's gone a yard, nearly gone off. Oof, she just stuck right on the edge. Now Callum's turned his peg straight away. Coming at his finger, straight route in. Looks alright as well, perfect line.
They do help us, them white marks on the balls now. Help us a lot.
There we see the trophy, that's what they're playing for today. British Crown Green Champion of Champions trophies. Kindly sponsored by Flowfit. With a good view of the crowd behind as well. Nice bit of silverware. And so the winner will be crowned this year's Champion of Champions. Which is, I think, every player's dream, Andrew.
Well, it's very hard to win, I know that. It's, I know you seem to see the same players in it year after year, but there's a lot turn up here for the first time every year. And
Callum's,
love the atmosphere.
Yeah, Callum's on the finish. There's the Flowfit sign, our sponsors today. 19-16. Craig's not done a lot wrong, actually. Not had the best of luck. A couple of ends in the middle of the game. Could have been a lot different, Andrew.
Yeah, I think those two ends have really made a massive difference to the game. They would have killed Callum off. He's playing full of confidence now, and those two little rubs have just helped him.
Well, Craig's still in. 19, never won a game.
At least when Craig's not been in, he's always been past the jack, giving him a chance. Gives his second ball a chance here. Callum really needs to match that ball. Yeah, it's okay there. So he's tempting Craig
He lies up.
Tempting Craig to play through. And he's gone for it. He's gone on the thumb peg. Close to the bowls. Got rid of one.
Save one. J Kennish 17, Gary Ellis 8.
Going back across the green towards the cop that have been giving him so much support. And in return, he's given them an afternoon's enjoyment. They'll love it. They'll love it.
He's not sure about this one, Callum.
I think he's just saving his energy for the final. He doesn't like it, but there's not a lot wrong with it. Now then, Balti, have you reached? Have you reached? Finish. Can't get.
Perfect land as well. Callum just turned his peg in a safe way in. Don't want to disturb that ball of Craig's.
Wants to run.
No need for Craig to change peg. Follow his first one in. Just try and get on it.
Yeah. Footer running. That's all he needs in it. He's not.
He's
Put
watching.
it to back. Can it peg around? Good ball, Balti.
Yeah, they'll peg them.
Yeah, good ball.
I actually take Craig's bowls every year up to Drake's Pride, up to Thurston's, and have them polished up for him.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm not sure if I'm on commission, but he does play with a keen bowl.
Yeah. You never take mine for me, do you?
No, we ain't going to take yours, no. No need to polish yours. There's plenty of polish on them. They never get close enough to be knocked off.
I'll tell you what it is, Mo. You wouldn't like to play me every night for your supper. I know that.
It's been a while since I played, hasn't it?
I know you're unbeaten against me. Let's not go there.
Drop that in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 2-1-2.
I wouldn't fancy playing Callum, that's for sure.
You're horrible to me. I don't know why I bother with this. I really don't.
Yeah, you love me, mate.
It's not for money anyway. I won a game the other month.
Well, I've had some messages. It's something about winning 10 out of 10 for that Thongs team you played for.
Yeah, that's me.
What was that in there?
The Huddersfield Subscription League. It's short! Short! Well,
oh, Craig will be really disappointed. But what a great game, Andrew. And, great entertainment that these two guys have supplied us with.
That was superb, and that was bowls at its best for me. That is what we should be watching on our screens every week, as far as I'm concerned. People, if you can't enjoy that, well, you can't enjoy bowls at all. That was brilliant. I just hope it continues in the final.
And the other game is 17-9. We're going to try and swap over to that in a moment, if we can pick up the other match and see the conclusion of the other semi-final. There's Callum and Craig just going off. And that round of applause you probably heard in the background was for the two lads coming out. All the crowd here thoroughly enjoyed it. They've walked in front of the stand and had a round of applause all the way around the stand as they come off. That's nice to see, Andrew, isn't it?
Beautiful. Nice to see the crowd giving their full support for the both players. They've both had a great game there. That was really enjoyable.
Now we're back to this game. Gary Ellis has just not really got to grips with J Kennish. Currently, as you can see on the screen, Kennish leads 17-10. The winner of this game will be playing Callum Wright. Gary's on his north stand edge.
Yeah. He'll be happy now. He's got the green to himself as Gary. Well, needs a length. He's not just planting him like he normally does, Gary, giving John room. Give him enough room there, 18-10. Played well as John. Struggled past Matt Gilmore in his first game. Struggled past Andy Hayes in his second game, you saw that earlier on. And then he got past last year's winner Simon Cowpe in the previous round. Doesn't get any easier in this competition. After Simon Cowpe, you've got Gary Ellis. And he's at the minute he's putting him to the sword at 18-10. But Gary won't give this up. There's never been a better competitor in the game than Gary Ellis.
What's he saying here?
He's had hard lines there. You just saw his head dip. He's not having the best of times. This is an important ball. He's got to put this past the jack if he can. There's a little bit of a target. It was tempting Gary to play through. He's gone for it. Change peg, played at it. Finger peg. Any connection on anything's good. Just like that.
Got one out of it.
Just like that.
Gary just needs to try and get a lead. The leads have deserted him today, Andrew.
Yeah, he's just struggled a little bit. He's not looked comfortable in any of his games so far, but yet he's still in the semi-final of the Champ of Champs, and that's Gary Ellis for you.
No, he's got one here. Good lead, smack in front.
That'll keep the draft down. John just needs to be arriving, couple of foot past the end. Any connection's good, opens it up. If he goes past, he's now in a position where he can receive the jack if he can connect with his next. Well played ball. Now Gary, have you put the pressure on and made another? You have.
I'm sure John's just going to play. If he can just hit that lead ball, it'll go to his own at the back.
Yeah, similar sort of ball, really.
He's still having a look at it. Still looking at it.
Oh.
Right ball, wrong result. Ellis 2. There's Callum, number 13. It's not unlucky for him today.
Gary decided his only chance is sticking with the corners, going a distance. Plant a few, all of a sudden it changes. Not so bad, maybe just an inch tight. Good length. Look at that peg now. Maybe finish 2 yard wide.
John's ball's already on its way.
Not on, it's on its way, but it's on a road as well. What's your length like, John? Not so bad.
Oh, Gary's chasing after this as well. Is it
Shouting
running?
wee.
Can it reach?
They're shouting "wee" from the stand, all the Kennish backers. Jeepers.
Big opportunity to get 2.
Well, John, you've reached. You look tight to me, but what do I know? Anything on a lens good, but need to stop sharp. Need to reverse now. Just the one.
Gary's just puffing his cheeks out, having a look around him. Yeah, 1. John's on a finish, 19-13.
Taking his time, John. I remember speaking to him after the Waterloo. He was a bit down. Didn't feel as though he'd given himself the best chances. He'd not played too well. He felt he'd let himself down a little bit. And he saw this as a chance to redeem himself. Well, he's taken that opportunity with both hands. I think apart from the second round match with Andy Hayes, he would have been second favourite in all of these games. And he's played anything like a second favourite.
Gary. Good ball, won it.
Real good ball. Mark of a champ. Looks to near us for my liking. Just going to go out. Not made it easy for Gary to get another. Got to be careful. Can't move the jack. Just left it short. Couldn't afford to attack the head at all.
working hard at it. Could be a measure. Yep, he's took one, Gary.
Yeah, good judge. No messing about with Gary. If he's in, he's in. Of course, John's forced him into playing a fairly short mark.
They've been down this part of the green this game.
Oh, he'll be hoping to catch John out playing too far. It's very quick finish here. Easy to be past the jack. Not the world's worst ball, but not a nose ender either. John looks on a decent road. Needs to run. Just gone in. There then, Gary. Pressure's on. He likes it. He's after it. He's after it. Looks short. Looks short. Just enough. Good ball, Gary Ellis. The ball's back in your court, Mr. Kennish. Let's give this a lot more to do. A lot more to do. Can you run? It was in, stood up. I don't think there was any doubt about that, but it's not stood up. Toss the mat in.
Yeah, give it up. 15-19.
Gary going up this north stand edge. Is it round peg, finger to the ditch?
And there you can see on the screen our Twitter if you want to join us at Live Bowls. Quite a lot tweeting today. There's a lot of people watching this. I hope you're enjoying the coverage and atmosphere here from the Waterloo Hotel at Live Bowls.
We do enjoy a good tweet, don't we, Mel?
Yep.
Not a bad lead from Gary. Well, John, can you get... Oh.
Die quick.
He's got to be careful. Can't afford to knock John in.
He likes it.
High line drift shot.
Just give up.
Now then,
John might come at it with the peg, perhaps.
Well, he's got a two shot on here.
There's
Right.
perfect line you can see there from the camera.
Right connection.
He's done what I said.
Get
Just
up, needs the
underneath.
peg,
Underneath.
needs the peg.
One more.
Right sort of ball. Would have probably come on a length, but just played that yard or two over, gave it a chance.
Back up this west stand edge.
Well, the crowd are absolutely loving today. They've had a great time. You can see the smiles on the faces. There's a background murmur bubbling away all the time. Tremendous atmosphere.
Good lead again.
Not too shabby that.
Just put together a couple of three good leads lately, Gary.
Well, this is what he does so well. Struggles all game and then all of a sudden Looks like another player's come on the green. He's made a career out of it. We'll be hoping to pile the misery on now. Gets down this little hill with a bit of bias. We've got another. Now then, John. Now then, John. Good saver.
Very good saver. 17-19.
No reason for Gary to change. He's going to stick to this edge. Very easy to be short.
Yeah, the crowd all enjoying this. You see, Superman again. He was actually just standing in front of the barriers, and one of the security men has moved Superman. I don't know if he used a bit of Krypton or something to get rid of him.
You know too much about Superman, Mel. You're a bit of a sci-fi geek.
That's me, yeah.
Oh, sloppy lead from Gary. Let John in. John's not stood one all over the jack, but it's near. Now then, Gary, can you run? Needs to finish, has done. Oh, good ball, but still, there's still 2 foot of room. Footer running in John's ball, it goes in. 18-inch running, 2 footer running, it goes in.
Is it too far? No.
No.
2017.
20, going for the wire. The semi-final of the BCGBA Champ of Champs 2015. Been a good game at the finish. It looked like Gary wasn't in it at all. Well, John, you've reached. It is we an inch, not the worst ball in the world. Live and let live. 18-inch to the side. Now then, Gary, what do you say? Stalking it. Wants it to stop. Wants it to bend. Good ball. Great response. John struck, gone for it, just missed. Now then, Gary. Big chance for 2, not a lot of danger. Got to take this opportunity.
He's not short.
Well, he
can just get in.
It's okay. It's okay. 2 good balls.
Good balls.
Now then.
19-20.
A game he never ever looked like winning. 19-20.
Well, if ever you wanted a lead, Gary, this is the time to do it. I'm not going to be rushed, that's for sure.
Not that long ago, he was in a full pile of misery. Nothing going right for him. Callum dancing his way all round him. And now 19-20. Wanting a good lead. Coming towards the gate corner. Looks a decent pace. If it's on a road, it's a real one.
What a ball.
Not so bad. It's only a front toucher.
Just had a message here saying to me, what a fantastic bowling. Great viewing here in Malta from Dave Parkin.
I need to get out there now. Well, that was a no ball from John. Missed the road totally. Decent length. Now if he can get anything short of the jack in the way, well, he's made 2. What does John do? Foot to save. Doesn't want to get underneath again. Better road altogether. Better road altogether. Big chance. Touch it. Oh, nearly gone. Wow. It has gone.
What a finish. How's he ground that result out? I'll never know, Andrew.
Well, he's built a career on winning games from positions no one else would. And he's played possibly the perfect end there. John had to reach with his second ball, couldn't afford to play short. Tremendous game from Gary Ellis. That's why he's a champion. That's why he is the man everyone wants to be.
So, final coming up, Callum Wright versus Gary Ellis. We're just going to a short commercial, and we're back with the final of the British Crown Green Champion of Champions. Here we go, final of the British Crown Green Champion of Champions, sponsored by FlowFit. Many thanks to them. This is all in just speaking to Simon Parsonage. So Gary Ellis has won the toss. Gary in blue against Callum Wright. Gary going for his 3rd Champion of Champions title. Andrew, how do you predict this game?
Well, it's going to be a contrasting game between Gary playing the longer marks, Callum going for the short marks. I think there was a little bit of discussion between the two during the semi-final, so maybe that might just juice things up a little bit. Difficult to call. Callum's played better than Gary has, but Gary in this position, how can you back against him? He grinds his way to finals and then puts the gas on. So hard to call. But I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go for Callum. I want to see the showman win. I think that'll be great for the game.
No, he's just checking whether it's 1 or 2. If it's 1, he'll be firing at that. The referee for this game is Mike Potter from Shropshire. He's indicated he thinks it's 2. Gary's having a little look around him. I can't hear what Gary's saying.
Big effort, you know. Big effort. Great ball.
Oh, what a good start. Oh, so that's what we're in store for. We're going to have a hell of a game.
Could be fun this game. They're both playing with yellow disc balls. The only way we can distinguish between them is Callum's has a bit more white paint on. So, could be interesting this.
I'm sure these guys have played each other many times, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. Far too many times to count, most probably. And probably always in the latter stages of competitions.
And how do they bet in the final?
Well, the odds had changed. They had Callum rated even money, and Gary was 4-6. But I think the weight of money might have just pushed Callum out a little bit. I think you could have had 5-4, maybe even 6-4 at some bookmakers, and Gary was 5-2 on, 7-2 on in some places. So they've got Gary big favourite.
Gary's gone for Jack here. Oh, he saved one.
Danger for Gary. He's letting Callum dominate the game, dictate the pace, dictate the marks. If that happens, he could be in a lot of trouble.
Gary, winner of this event on 2 occasions. 24 and 2011. The only person to win this 3 times, I think, was Graham Wilson, isn't it, Andrew? I think he holds the record.
Sounds about right. Just looking down the list, all I can see is G.I. Wilson, G.I. Wilson, G.I. Wilson. So, and he's lost in the final a few times as well. There's some tremendous bowlers on that list. Notice our names are missing now.
Yeah, must have been a misprint.
Yeah. He's lying to his Callum, but they're surely not good enough to count.
He's turned his peg, needs to run a bit.
Wow. Can't believe it.
Just the one.
Just sent our resident Stato to have a look at the prices. And apparently, with one bookmaker, you could have had 4 to 5 take your pick, which is amazing. Cannot believe that, but he swears on my life that it's true. I'm not very happy about that, but never mind. Callum's after that, giving it one, played a good lead. No, played a good ball there at all. Well, he wants it just past the jack. Not so bad. Gary's not a lot on here.
I'm just going to say, difficult shot for Gary. He's having a look at it.
Well, whatever, it's a good saver.
At the moment, Gary's just keeping down to singles. 4 ends, 4-0.
I don't suppose he'll mind if it takes 21 ends. No point Callum changing anything.
He's not so bad again here. What a real bowl that is. Right on the edge of the green.
Yeah, very easy to send this first ball off. Needs to run, needs to run. Can't get. And that ball had literally just stopped and Callum's ball was on its way. This needs to finish. Needs to pass his own, pass the Gary's ball. Has it made one? Looks like it. Gary's striking.
Done it.
Yep. Nullified the end.
First time you said nullified today.
That's the first one we've had. Nullified the end. Callum will start from approximately 1 metre from the edge of the green. Never seen anyone measure that yet.
No.
Just to see it happen. And you must be a real pedant to check the distance to the mat from the edge of the green. Yeah, another good lead. A little look from Gary there in Callum's direction. I think he's going to wait until Callum gets behind the mat from now on. Looking at that. Good ball, Gary.
What a good ball that is.
That's the response you want. Callum's locks flowing in the wind. Needs a connection, full. Oh, he's done it.
Look at his reaction.
Now then, Gary.
He's going to have to change his peg, I think, isn't it?
Well, I think it's...
Be careful he doesn't take his own out.
That's what he's got to be careful of. He's watching it. He's watching it. Oh!
Another one. 5 singles.
The crowd are loving this. They're absolutely lapping this up.
Well, what great entertainment we've seen here in the last few days at Waterloo, Andrew.
Doesn't get a lot better than this, you know, Mel. I mean, they still talk about the great Vernon Lee back in the day. We have our own version here. Just as nimble. Just as watchable. Good player. Good ball.
And also Callum, the player who will openly say he's never settled on the Waterloo.
Yeah, doesn't like it, not his favourite green. Arguably too big for him. If anyone gets him in the corners, he's in trouble. But he's doing the business today, no doubt about it. Now he's trying to play a 2-shot. Was tempted to strike. Looks outside the line, needs to win off it. Fall in.
I think Gary's in, I think. A good look around.
I'm surprised he didn't play further through than that, to be honest. It's not his game. Tip-tapping about. Very positive player. Not a lot of danger for Gary. Can't put Callum's ball in as long as he's anywhere near a length. Left it short, but he's on the scoreboard. 1-5. Now then, Gary, which corner are you going for? Are you going for a corner? Are you going to go for an edge? What are we doing?
Just having a bit of a chat at the moment.
Having a bit of a chat. He's just telling Callum we're not going to play these little lads marks anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to go and do something a bit harder. Finger peg, northwest corner of the green. Won't be long before the whole green's in shade. It's been a nice day, really. A bit of cloud cover, but it's been plenty of sunshine.
And Gary's left Callum a bit of room here.
Yeah, a lot of room. A lot of room, and I think he's punished it, you know.
He's gone away.
Just finished. Wheeze the cry from the crowd. They're the Wright backers. Well,
give up. Callum's in. Should be a simple 2.
He's changed peg. Change peg. Anywhere near a road, anywhere near a length. 2 all week. There you go.
Gary's worked hard to get that jack in his hand and giving it away too easily, Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah. Not like Gary normally gives 2s away like I give £10 notes away. Not very often.
Your £10 notes have got Queen Victoria on them.
Listen, my £10 notes are my £10 notes, and that's the way they're going to stay. Don't worry about that. Well, the way Callum's playing, it's lovely to watch, but it's not so nice to play against.
And again, lots of messages. I know the big audience watching this. Can't answer all of them. Simply, there's so many messages coming through about the competition. What a great shot that is. And Glow Gig guys are doing a fantastic job.
Well, Callum, connection needed. Oh. Grazed it.
And anybody wants to see a repeat of this in the next week or so, just go to www.glowgig.com/Crown Green. All Glow Gigs production of the last couple of years can be found there. Plenty of nice winter entertainment if you want to watch a bit of bowls. Yeah, Gary, can you lead us one this time?
If anyone wants to watch and spend a few hours watching bowls, watch the All England coverage from this year. It flies by. Just missed the last 8 game. That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
You missed the last 8
I
game.
I did miss the last 8. Yeah, thanks, mate. But, I did lose to a winner, by the way.
Better Gary.
Twirled it straight away as Callum coming to it the finger peg, wanting a connection, and he's got it.
And he stands up, looking at all the supporters.
At the minute, he doesn't care whether they backed him, whether they're supporting him. As long as they're watching, that's all he wants. Proper, true showman. Needs to run, Gary. Needs to run.
Got in.
Scrambled in.
Callum, what are you doing here? Just found the gap. One more to Gary. I think we'll be heading into the corners now, deep into the hotel corner, one would suspect.
Well, I'm sure that's where he's going to be heading. Looking longingly into the distance. 60 yards.
Well, we have gone a long way. Set that jack probably 2 yards in from the edge. Now, where's this going? Well, it looks all right here. Yeah, led one here. Good ball, Gary.
Not too shabby. Callum will know he'll have to reach. It's not the strongest part of his game. He's given it a chance. Needs a hit, needs a connection. Now it's off. Gotta go, can't stop. Well, that's the ball he needs to beat for second.
I think Gary would have wanted it a little bit nearer than that. Has he reached?
Well, he's never passed the jack, I know that. Save, gotta save.
I think Callum will be satisfied with that. Four. And 5-0, 4-7. Scrambling his way back. lady there in the pink covering her face. I don't know. Maybe she's off work with sick or something and want to be seen.
Not surprised me. There's a lot round here you won't want to be seen. There's a few in our commentary box from Liverpool. I'm amazed he gets so much time off work, to be honest. He must have a great job.
Well, Callum.
Needs to run, needs to finish. Don't peg. Yeah, good ball. Good ball, very good ball.
Gary just want to know how far off his own bowl is. Firing. He's in a little trouble. Yeah, this sun's in his eyes as well.
He'll come have a look. If anything, just to slow Callum down, get him out of his stride. Made all about sending him this game, you know.
I'm not sure the firing's looking at there is the right shot, Andrew.
I don't think it is. He just wants to play the same sort of pace as his last. Tidied up a ball, jack for two. Callum in a heap of trouble. Job done. Strike, he's got the danger of knocking his own off. Yeah, he's just played up. Right sort of ball, give it a chance. Looks tight. Looks tight, every inch tight. Callum sent this almost before Gary's ball had stopped. Never gave it a chance. Bit of care, one on the jack.
Well, Callum would have gone for it actually. I think we'll be going back into the middle of the green.
Well, I don't think we'll be going into that far corner anyway. If we do, I'll give you £20 more.
Okay.
Yeah, giving it one. He's sized 12. Nike Air Max trainers behind it. Won't get it any further than that yard, unfortunately.
We're near all the green this side now, is in shadow. It's probably just slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, about 4:30, 5 o'clock it starts slowing down. If you can easily be caught short. Doesn't look a lot further, to be honest. Now then.
Made another. Two. Slowly closing the gap, Andrew, from 5-0, 6-8.
That's the way that Gary does it. Every egg's a bird at this late stage. Decent road, just needs a length. He gets him out nice, does Callum. Stroke that out. It's not on a road, not a length. Apart from that, it's all right.
Gary just needs to improve. Just gone through a yard.
A lot better. Now then, Callum. Doesn't look look an awful lot further. Oh, he's got the gap.
Didn't even see the gap.
There's a gap there.
That's me.
Bless you. There wasn't a gap there. He's found a gap that did not exist. How games change. 8-7, 7-8 off the mat. Very coming finger peg towards our commentary position. Only moving about a yard at most.
You don't need your binoculars for this one, Andrew.
Don't need me binoculars. Look, my eyesight's going 42 now. It happened. Live with it. It's trying its best to get back to the jack, but it never will.
It's not so bad for the distance they're playing.
Ooh, give this a bit to do. Give this a bit to do, and he looks too far. He needs a hit. He needs to sit that ball. Can't.
Well, looking at this, right down its throat, this one. Just needs the pace. I'm still going to go a yard. Big yard. Oh, nice two. Shouldn't count really.
No, it's better road here. Better road. Just needs to get past that trolley. All the way, all the chicken dinners at half time.
Yeah.
Throws the mat down.
Well, needed that one. Just to keep this lead. Back into the middle of green again. Gary needed to improve then with the second ball, just went further through, didn't he?
He did. It's always need to improve with this second. That's the key to the game. I think Callum will have to improve with this. That won't be near enough. Not to worry, Mr. Ellis. But then again, miss oil. Miss oil.
He's so quick, Callum, isn't he?
Yeah.
And a dance around, look.
Yeah, through his legs. Is it just me that thinks it'd be funny if he kicked one?
Oh, Gary, have you taken anything out?
Ooh, big effort.
Well, the crowd are shouting too. No indication from Callum at the moment.
Yeah, you're looking at Callum, you'd think you were 4 down instead of maybe 2 up. Took the one out. Measures required.
Pegs.
My significant other's just realised I'm short of a drink.
Oh, Gary and Callum have both gone off the green.
They need a drink just like we do.
Leave the measurers to it. Oh dear.
Yeah. Gary was second. Just the one.
And Gary's back from his drink. Sure where Callum's gone, yep.
Has he gone home?
Here he comes.
see him going more than 25 yards towards the cop. All his supporters are loving every second of this. They'll be wanting him to give it a bit, get after it, give it one. Fly, they're saying, fly.
Don't need to fly, it's all right. Urging it in, look. Good lead. This is one of the longer marks Callum set today.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd go this far.
Oh, something wrong with this one.
Yeah, it's to near us. It's a wide. And then Callum got to beat that ball. Well, he's got to get into these. Got to get into them.
Yeah, he's going to be firing here, no doubt about it. Oh, done it.
Oh,
What a great hit that. Needed it as well, Andrew.
Yeah.
Nullified the end.
Nullified the end indeed.
I've just googled it to see what nullified means.
Starting the end approximately a metre from the edge of the green. It's nearer 4 feet.
Oh, he's put it back again. Just gone, I think. Yep, Callum's in. Mike Potter, the referee's indicated.
Well, Callum.
Made two.
Got to fire at those. Well, a couple of yard over, could play the 2 shot, but I think he'd prefer the strike. Well, trying for the 2 shot, perfect split. Missed him. Wow.
12-7. It's just going away again. Gary got back to 7-8.
Can't believe it. Not like one of those marks, it's easier to hit than miss. I think following on from the Waterloo the other week, this has been a great advert for Crown Green Bulls. You've got a showman like Callum, really entertaining the crowd, taking on one of the very finest that game's ever produced.
And look at that again.
It's tremendous. This is what we want.
How come you got another point?
Might significant other. Karen brought it for me.
Can you be drunk in charge of a microphone?
I need a few more yet, Mel, don't worry about that. Some would say my best work's when I'm drunk.
Well, he's here again.
Tempting again. Callum knows it. Not played as far through.
You don't like it.
It's to back. It's to back. 2.
Well, he's edging closer to the British Crown Green Champion of Champions title. If he wins it, I hope he don't do an Andy Buckley and run around with his shirt off.
Oh, you just make me feel poorly now. Well, he's in front of it. Loves it. What a good ball.
He just isn't giving Gary an inch of room. Gary ever since.
Yeah. It just shows that competitions can be won on this green playing short marks. Always used to be said that the Waterloo, the Champ of Champs, anything on here was won in the corners. And this is proving that it's not the case at all.
And Greg Smith proved it as well.
Getting another. He can win off that. Have to be a good ball, but he can win off it.
Gary's going up, have a look at the head. Not quite sure, looking at the lie there, what Gary can do.
Well, the way I see it is 3 shots on. Play just over a length, try and sit that wide ball. Play just over length and punch his own forward, or change peg and try and play the perfect shot, but none of them are easy. I'm not sure what the percentage shot is here really. Maybe a full-blooded strike and hope for the best.
Well, he's made his mind up.
Great effort.
Oh, just a save one.
Could not have played that any better. 15-7.
What do you think about walking up and having a look at the head, Andrew? Some people like, obviously, to look at it, like flat green people do it a lot. Gary did it a lot, but some also say you can lose your line.
Yeah, I can see both points of view there. You've got to be clear in your mind what you're playing, and if you're not clear, you need to look. Stood on the mat 25, 30, 40, 50 yards away, sometimes you just can't see. You've got to make sure what the shot you're playing is, and if you have to have a look, you have to have a look. He's one of the few that does it.
And so far, Callum is just
He's getting boring, apart from he's running up after balls like. He's getting boring, monotonous, never ending, playing full of confidence. Brilliant when he's in full flow like this.
firing again.
Oh, he's been unlucky. He's took both his
Callum
own off.
and out of it. How unlucky is that? Cleared the green, apart from that one of Callum. Nothing just got Gary at the minute.
No, well, it gets like that when you're not winning. Gets like that. Sometimes it just all goes against you. No reason for Callum to change. Playing up to the crown, finger peg. He'll just dial one on top of it again. Running after it. Wants it to finish, wafting it. Finish a foot off, he doesn't like it.
Foot short, he hates it. That's an awful ball from Callum, a foot short.
Give up. Come off. Boo.
And Gary's turned his peg. Coming at it thumb.
I'm beginning to think Gary wants to come off. He's come up against an absolute juggernaut in Callum Wright. He's dancing all over the green. He's making the game look ridiculously easy.
Right, firing again. Can have a bit more luck with this one.
No.
Took one out. Well, if it hadn't been for chipping the odd ones out like that, I think Gary would be off the green now.
Absolutely, but Callum has played like a god. They're having a few words there. Having a few words about something. I can imagine what it is. Certainly not affecting Callum, whatever he is. Wants it to run. Wants it to run an inch.
Smack in front. Foot short. It's almost like you got a sat nav in them balls. Just keep going to the jack.
Has been misprogrammed. He's put that down right. Looked like he hardly sent it, but very deceptive delivery. Can't get there, can he?
No.
Big effort.
It's
Back on
nice
the road.
I mean, Gary can just try and promote his arm, but the danger is turning Callum's in. No, he's turned his peg, coming at his thumb. He's watching this, Gary.
Big effort. Can it win it on a length?
No.
No.
3 from home.
This has been a great display of short mark bowling.
As I said earlier, we've witnessed it twice in a week, haven't we, with Greg as well, with the Waterloo handicap.
Well, the thing with Greg was he had to eventually come out the corners and come out the short marks and go into the corners. Callum stuck to this sort of mark all day. And when I've watched him in the past, he's always ended up playing a lot further than this.
The sat nav still working.
Today he's found the length. Absolutely zoned in on it.
And he doesn't like the green either.
No. Well, I'll be honest with you, when I looked at the draw, I almost discounted Callum because I know he dislikes the green so much, but you can never discount a man of this ability and this talent. Tremendous player, one of my favourites. He's the only one I'll pay money to watch. Made 2.
Firing again.
Oof.
Well, 20. I mean, we're just witnessing a fantastic exhibition of short map bowling, Andrew.
He's put Gary in a whole world of trouble. His leads have been immaculate. 2-foot balls are no good. 18-inch balls are no good. Foot balls are no good.
And from 5-0, Gary got back to 7-8, and he's not seen that jack since.
And when Callum's in this mood, there's not a lot way back for it.
Well, he's here again. The sat nav's worked again. Just finished. Foot or so on the side. A 12 break could become a 13 break.
Good ball. Good ball.
Yeah, I'll bowl Gary.
Strike
Yeah.
at this.
Watch this one go.
Ooh.
Oh, his eyesight's gone.
Yeah.
Missed one.
I think we can forgive him that miss. Got one. Now then, 9:20. Can we write Gary off?
Put him off, but the way Callum's playing, you just can't see Gary getting this competition.
Even the staunchest Gary Ellis fans wouldn't think there was a lot of chance for him. I bet the only man in this arena that thinks he can win it is Gary. 20 minutes of bowling, that's all it'll take. But he'll have to raise his game well above what it has been. If this is a length, it's a real one. Painted road. Yeah, he needs a few more of them.
Well, immediately Callum's turned his peg. Coming at his finger. And he's following it. following it.
Yeah, needs to run.
Ooh, good effort.
He's forced Gary onto the finger peg. So he's going to have to find his own way in a little bit. Oh, he hasn't. He's gone at it thumb again. Surely that way's blocked up. Now then, Callum, ball for game. Big ball for game. He wants it to peg up. Can't look at it. I think he played that a little bit quick, you know.
Yeah, he didn't hesitate. Oh, Gary's got into double figures. There's Callum's mum, Tracy, behind Gary.
Well, I think that's where he's most comfortable on here, really. He's playing to his strengths rather than Callum's weaknesses. Not a bad idea.
This is where he needs a lead. And he needs about 10 of them. Not so bad here. Just trailed through a foot or so. It's further. It fell back. I think it's gone out, Andrew. Gary's after it again. It looks like he's made another. Well, he's trying here. Trying here.
Great ball.
Winner in, done it. I think he's enjoyed that, Andrew.
Well, what you can say is that pictures speak 1,000 words.